Yo, good morning. Man, freezing out here. Man, it's 2 something in the morning and it is literally freezing. Let me see what it is. Oh man, it's so cold. Oh, there it's 31 degrees. But it feel like it's 13 degrees. I got a road trip today. Meaning I will be over the road, headed out of town, staying in a hotel room for the night. Uh, Hopefully the roads are good, but I'm thinking they are because they're saying Thursday. That's when everything should be bad or whatever. What was it? Acorn hit the truck, but yeah, finna get on this road. Stay warm. I got the heat warm. The truck pre-warmed up. Ready to roll. It is cold outside. When I say it's colder than yesterday, so I can only imagine how worse it's gonna get. But for the weather the storm, baby. For to get up in here. I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Peace. Yo, what up? Today was a day, y'all. Oh man, today was a day. Other than it being cold outside today, uh, I almost possibly could have lost my life today. Uh, while driving on the highway, I'm not sure if somebody fell asleep or whatever the situation was, but they hit the back of my truck. So my truck can only go 65 miles an hour. So I know they had to be doing at least 85, 80 miles per hour. So what happened was I was driving down the highway and somebody hit the back end of the of my truck on the driver's side. And so when it hit the impact, I felt my back of my wheels lift up off the ground. So I almost flipped over. And I know if I would have flipped over, it probably could have been a lot worse. I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys right now, but it kind of shook me up. It was a little frightening because the only thing I remember is just driving, and then boom, I just feel like it feel like somebody pushed me, but in the truck. But here's the kicker though, even though it hit the back of the truck, because the back of the truck is flat, so it's all metal and steel. It barely did any kind of damage to the truck, but their vehicle, their car, oh man, they were in a van. It was like 6 people in the van. I'm thankful that they were okay, but the way they impacted, they hit it from the rear or the passenger side, um like above the tire and the door, and the impact was so severe it shattered the glass. It shattered the window on the passenger front passenger seat. It shattered that one. It cracked the windshield, and it peeled the door back. It literally peeled the door. Like I wish I could show y'all the pictures, but I don't want to put anybody's private info out there. But it literally like a can opener. Like when you pop a soda on a can and the top of the part goes back up underneath the can. That's what it did to their door. It literally ripped it back. It was crazy. It was crazy. And when it happened, I we both pulled over, and so I naturally went out because I was fine. I went over there and check on them and see what up. They were okay, but it was a young lady in the front seat. She was visibly shook. She was like visibly shook. But other than that, other than being shook, I think she was okay. Besides getting like a little glass in her clothes and stuff. But yeah, that's just the thing about driving. It can be anywhere, any kind of vehicle. But the commercial trucks, man, I'm telling y'all, if if you don't know about commercial trucks, they're mostly made of steel. meaning it. My truck looked like it barely has a scratch on it, but this car looks like it's been to the junkyard or to the wreck yard, and like somebody just took a machine and just try to peel it, just try to peel the door off because you can see the inside of the door. It was pretty severe. It was real severe, and I'm thankful that it ended the way it ended. Like nobody got hurt because that could have been it could have been very fatal. It could have been very fatal because I promise you I felt like I was this close to tipping over. I felt it. I felt it, and I just remember getting hit and looking in my rearview, and I just saw that the van just it was just like on the back of my the bumper, and I was like, man, what is going on? So apparently the guy, I don't know if they were on their phone or fell asleep. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? I was just making sure everybody was okay, which they was. Um, the impact, man, I can't believe how much damage it did to that car or to that van. It did a lot of damage. It did a lot of damage. Some damage. But I guess since you're going so fast on the highway, but I've never had. And you know what? I'm glad I was in a commercial vehicle. No, because I got a feeling if I was in a regular vehicle, like a passenger vehicle, I believe I would have flipped. I believe because you know how the like the police they do the tail end of your car and it starts to going out of control. That's what would have happened because it did that to the truck. But I guess the truck was so heavy and thankful I had the slabs on the back of it too because that might have saved me too because of the weight of the truck. It just didn't. It budged, but it didn't budge like it could have. And I'm just thankful, man. I'm very, very thankful that nobody got hurt in that situation because it wasn't. It came out of nowhere. It literally. Just imagine just driving, man, and just picture this. You just driving, and the next thing you know, somebody just hit you from the tail end. Boom. I mean, my eyes got like, you know what I mean? I was like, whoa, what is this? And my first reaction was to look in the rear view, in which I did. I saw a rear view. It looked like the van had almost was on the back of my truck. Like it tried to hop on the back of my truck somehow. But I guess, I don't know how they swerved, but they swerved and hit it, man. And the van, I seen it opening, but I didn't know what it was. So when they impacted and collided with the back of the truck, that's when the door virtually got pulled back. The metal and the steel from the truck didn't even have a. I'm telling you, it had a light scratch on it, but the vehicle, man, it tore it. It almost ripped the whole passenger side door and the panel off. Like literally, it was crazy. It was crazy. But that's the first time I ever had anything like that happen to me. Like it visibly like shook me. So after that, I had to sit down and wait for the DPS to come because I had to call the DPS. Anytime you get in an accident, no matter whose fault it is, you have to call the authorities because on the truck that I drive, we have front and back front cameras. So I don't think it caught the back end of it, but it was another trucker. He pulled over immediately too, and he was like, "Man, are you okay? Or are they okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's like, "Man, I saw the whole thing." I was like, "Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. I just feel like somebody bumped me in the back. You know what I mean?" And I felt the truck like shift, and I thought I was fixing to like overcorrect and fall over. But thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness. I did not. Man, I just think, man, I'm just thankful right now. That's all I can say. Thankful. It was frightening. It was a heck of an experience. That's all I can say. And I don't want to be in that position again, cause, whew. But other than that, it kind of stretched out my day a little bit, you know. But I wasn't tripping. I was just thankful everybody was okay in that situation because I'm telling you, it could have been far worse than what it was. And if you was just so happened just to look at this vehicle, you would think that it was a major car accident. I'm telling you, and it's crazy It's crazy how like minimal. I mean, minimal damage was done to the truck, but the car, it man, I'm telling you, it looked like it been in a major wreck. You know how like you you see it like on TV or whatever, or maybe in real life, a car is like at an intersection and somebody T-bones the car and like the damage of the car that got T-boned, that's the way this car looked. Well, that's the way this van looked. It looked like it got almost T-boned. That's crazy. But I'm just thankful everything worked out the way it did. Nobody got hurt, you know, and that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. So I done had a long day, and with that, I'm fixing to lay it down. Y'all be safe and be careful out here on these highways and on these roads, and be mindful of the people around you because nowadays you not only have to drive for you, you have to drive for everybody else. You have to be mindful and see what's going on. But like today, I didn't even see. I could. It was impossible to see, and I check my reviews all the time. But it was just virtually. It was just one of those things. It's just one of those things. I don't know what was they were doing, but hopefully, this was a wake up call for them to not do whatever they were doing. I don't know what they were doing, honestly, because I can't tell you, and I really didn't even ask. I was just make sure everybody was okay. That was my main focus. Is everybody okay? That's it. You know, whatever you was doing, just you see this video, you see my face, just don't do it again. Is all I can say. Just don't do it again. Whatever you was doing, stop it. Don't do that no more. You know what I mean? Because it could have been fatal for everybody. Very tragic. Very tragic. But on that note, your boy fixing to go to bed because I am super tired. I'm in this hotel room for the night, and I gotta get up and make a drive in the morning, and I have to try to beat this weather because it's supposed to get bad. So, with that being said, good night.